Hello, hello, welcome,
How are
welcome.
you? You're welcome.
The way you said that, how are you? It's like it's
It's good
usual
to
of
have
you.
you to around at this season, at this time, at this hour,
All right,
at this moment.
it's our talk zone with Tina
You're
Okonji,
welcome.
and we are glad to be on
Yeah.
this morning and want to trust God to be able to pass the message that is given to us. And we pray and trust God for better network.
Yes, so we call for the
Wow.
network has been fluctuating all over.
In
I don't know,
Nigeria,
how
to
do
be
we manage
precise, God is faithful.
those of us that are in the internet? How do we work at this
All right,
season?
so let us just commit everything in the hands of God in prayers.
Yes, so Lord Father, we thank you for the opportunity to go there, and we call for the network to be in agreement and conformity.
It's
with
what
we're gonna
God
do
is
today.
doing.
Have your way, my Father, in Jesus' name.
Amen.
It's good
All
to
right.
have you.
Welcome, the first to
online.
appear this morning. We are
How
glad
are
that you
you?
are
Hi.
here. Welcome, and this is Tina and
This is Chris.
Christopher Okonji.
Yes.
All right, we have been into this for as many years as we can remember.
Yes, quite a decade.
Trying to make people that God will bring our way
Yes.
understand that there's a beauty in them that can be enhanced.
That's right.
And they can also use it to affect one more
person,
especially the people in their life, because they said the charity begins at home.
Your charity begins at home.
Good things begin from. In fact, if you cannot be good, we don't see how possible you can extend it outside.
That's right.
So that's our take, because God has made all things beautiful.
In His own
He has
time.
made all human beautiful, characterized with a lot of beauty.
That's right.
When He created everyone at the particular time He created them, He made them to come to the earth beautiful, and truly they can build upon and be better and make life sweeter
so
for the people in their lives.
Whatever God has created is endowed with beauty.
Yeah, just like an innocent child, when it comes to the earth, I always want to use as an example. When an innocent child comes to the earth, what will happen is that you now place that child in different environment. Let's say 5 of them, and you place 5 of them in different environment and setting,
and see what you could get.
Surely the one that is grew or was nurtured in a sane environment will behave better. The one that is well schooled or positioned
in the right place
and given the necessary things about life will definitely
come out well,
better than the ones that are
placed somewhere else.
So what we keep saying every time, every moment, is there is a beauty in you, just like he was trying to say, that can be enhanced, and then you reflect this beauty to
your world,
your family,
and to
your world. And what we now begin to see is the ripple effect.
That's the word, ripple effect,
which we now extend. Welcome, we appreciate you being there. We can see you. Please join up in the discussion. We are interested to see that people are happier.
Please give us a thumb
in
up.
Their home front and whatever place of work they find themselves. And I'm first of all happy with themselves.
That's right.
So we are trusting God for a better networking this morning and a better time of discussing with the persons that God will bring our way.
Yes.
So
God is bringing
we actually started talking on, the importance of spouses, being a blessing or supporting spouse. We are not saying, for example, is an administrator in his place of work. Of course, I might not know what it's all about as a woman, but supporting him, example, my wife, my husband now, what I mean is trying to make the environment conducive, more cozy, more conducive, better for him to work
and bring out the best.
Trying to find out how it worked in the office, and try to, make it easier and better for him. So we looked at, the importance some days back. Welcome. And we appreciate your contribution as we talk on this topic, because our interest is to see that families are working, relationships are working, individuals are happier and are full of joy. They have peace within as they go out
peace
to
outside
pursue their
endeavors.
The most important is peace within that you have. It will affect a peaceful
outside.
Person. It will definitely affect your environment, and you give out what you have.
That's right.
If you are all troubled inside, you cannot give out good. You cannot give out peace. So it's out of what you have that you can give out. So welcome. We appreciate you being there.
A man can bring
Please give us a thumb up, like, and then be a part of the discussion. Also, let us know where you're connecting from. Go on.
So what we're saying in essence is that a man brings out, makes his environment beautiful based on what he brings out from the inside of him.
Yeah.
So which means they say that you see whatever you want, you create it. Creating it comes from within.
So we are all about encouraging people to be better than who they were. And then when we started last week or something, we started talking on the important. So much was said. And I want to encourage you, please go look for the video.
Yes.
And watch and drop your comments. My videos are all packed full with important topic of discourse. Sometimes I have guests, sometimes I interview people, and they throw out wonderful nuggets and words that will encourage people. So I, for one, we always want to see people doing better and more fulfilling in whatever they do, especially in the home front. You can't go out, work, and come back. Please welcome. We appreciate you being here. This is Tina and Christopher Okonji. And every day we are out trying to make people know they can be better than who they were or are. And so we are going to be building upon this morning. It says, and of course we can take little from what we had the other time just to give it a balance. Helping your spouse as a way of boosting the individual well-being. It gives some sense of accomplishment and purpose. I think we emphasized on this last time. Position, your positive esteem is created in the person, and it makes your spouse have this joy satisfaction as we be seen as we go on. All right, there are people that are doing some things and they are not happy about it because I've counseled and I've pastored people in the time past.
That's true.
That were not comfortable in their place of work. And then each time he comes to us, we give them advice. We give advice.
That will make them pursue well.
That will make them calm them and tell them how to behave or how to now work with a set person. So the advice helps part-time, but we are saying bring it back home. If you, as an individual, a spouse, begin to put interest in the job or the career that your spouse is pursuing, it makes them have that some job satisfaction, and they want to be happier and give out their best. Whether we like it or not, this leads to a happier and more resilient individual. A happier and more resilient individual. I like resilient, the word resilient, not giving up. So if things are hitting you out there, when you come across, what is it called? Or you have a spouse
that is always pushing you.
Give you listening ear.
And make it. Don't give up.
It's not even about giving up. Giving wants you to be better in your chosen career. Welcome. We appreciate you being there, and I want to say, stay on, let's talk.
And pop up, let's see you. Can you
all right, just let us know what part of the world that you are connecting with.
We want to relate
us
to you.
And do not forget to also subscribe to the channel. I need you.
Okay,
It leads to a total well-being. Job satisfaction. When your spouse encourages you, I'm not saying your spouse should tell you what to do.
No,
he encourages you that you can do better.
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes I've had to, based on what my husband is doing part-time, because we have discovered that we are doing various things at different times. I sit down and Google and find out how we can make it better. And then and advice.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
when we reason it out together, we
Wait.
discover that weigh it. We discover that he gets happier. He is happier,
Put a
and we
balance
get
to it.
good results.
Yeah.
Like I was saying the other time, oftentimes we have always worked together. Welcome, please give us a thumb up and let us
Give us
know
a
what
like.
part of the world you are connecting with, because network seem not to be allowing for people to comment. All right, doing that enhances overall well-being
Yes.
of the person concerned, like I said earlier. It has a way of strengthening the partners or partnership. Someone said he doesn't like the word partnership
For relationship.
for marriages.
No, it's not actually a good word.
No, it depends on how people see it, but at least it has a way of strengthening the marriage when there is a shared vision, especially the man or the woman in their various careers. They might not be doing the same thing, but show some interest. You're showing some interest in each other's affair, as a way of strengthening the bond between couples. Now, take for example, the man is coming back from work and he knows that there is a wife that wants to find out how he went.
How he went today.
How he's doing. Honestly, with that, I want to assure you that you get better results. Is it possible to give us, like, at least when they take it, we know they've taken it.
Yeah, the light is there. One more
Please,
light.
thank you.
The light
Please,
is there, Mama.
please, I need light. There's light here.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we want to see if we can get better light, since there is light, and then we'll continue from that. Let us know what your take is. It doesn't need battery. All right. Supporting each other create a sense of what? Teamwork and mutual respect. Supporting each other. I don't know, he's going to give us, I had this couple that the man was complaining he wasn't doing okay, so I encouraged the wife to please find a way of encouraging the man, all right, to come up and get it or do it this way, and then so that we can see if we can get better results. And what will happen? What will happen is that when the woman began to put interest, please, and that time we set it right, began to put interest, we are trying to see if we can get better light, to put interest in what the husband was doing, the productive or level, that is what the man was not getting, was better, and he was happier, and he can get more things for the family. He has to spend to give to the family, and before you know what is happening, in a general overview, the man is more fulfilled. All right, so we say every time, as much as possible, let the wife, let the husband, let them, as much as they can, find a way of adding to the work that the other is doing, thereby encouraging what they were doing. The first one you did the other time, right? I don't know if it's okay, if this is a lighter one, it's one. You can look at it.
No, you can. You know what it is. If it's good again, you know.
It's okay, let's just manage. I don't know. All right, sorry about that. We are trying to set the lights. All right, so that is not too important. Supporting each other create a sense of what? Teamwork, yeah, and mutual respect
and understanding.
And I tell people, as they age in relationship, as they increase, they definitely supposed to be more tolerant than tolerant with each other.
Yeah.
And because that's what they expected of them, by the time they now put it into practice,
things begin to work out.
Things begin to work out better. And you see that everyone is happier.
Everyone is happy. Everyone is fulfilled.
When the man comes home bringing,
the home is joyful.
The home is
There's joyful. Plenty to explore and to have advantage of, when everybody is, is working in their own field and things are working.
And so it has a way of...
it has a ripple effect over the family.
All right, so we keep talking on the importance of your spouse or the spouse
Supporting.
showing interest or
Interest.
showing some support
Support.
in the
Affairs, career of the other.
that the other is doing. So we gave a typical example of a man who insisted that the wife should come in this manner and support, and she couldn't just take it because she felt it would disturb what she's called out to do.
Sorry.
And the marriage is packed up.
Sorry, let me come in a little bit so that we can put a balance. You see, the
marriage is packed up today, really.
Sorry, the choice of words we use at times, some people might not understand what we mean by the word support. So when you say support, some will be thinking finances. But when we say encourage your spouse in whatever chosen career, I don't know if you understand what I mean. That should be, because people understand differently. When you say support, some people will be thinking finances. We're not just talking about finances alone, but we're talking about encouraging each other in their different career to keep going on. Like you said, if it's not doing well, it didn't do well at the place of work today, you tell them, oh, don't worry, tomorrow it could be better than that. I don't know maybe if I'm trying to put a balance there.
Yeah.
So let's put a balance and know it's not only in finances alone, but morals, that is both moral and financially.
You can also actually encourage your spouse financially.
Yes, and both morally too.
A lot of time we have seen where the man or the woman isn't doing well. Excuse me, and then the couple, that has more, decided to put in some finances into the career of the other, and it bloomed, and it became better.
Blossom.
The same way, we have also seen situation whereby the woman, you understand, says, I've given so much. There's a woman that used to fellowship with us sometime. I don't know if it's once I met her. Was it the husband that was fellowship? One of them. And so we got to know the wife. She was working as a nurse, but she was working a good place, and she had more money than the husband. And then she will support in his chosen career, business. Welcome. We appreciate your being here.
It's good to have you. Please, can you give us a thumb up?
Let's just know what part of the world you are connecting with
because us. It's you I've been waiting for.
All right. So what happened is that the woman keep giving, putting, and then because of the nature of her work, she hardly will go to the business venue.
Where the man is.
Then doing the business. Then one of those days she went and she was so surprised. She was shouting. She said, all her money, all her income,
has gone down
they will remove the money for feeding, and she puts the other one into the business, give the man to put. That when she went there, it was all empty. She called me and said, nothing is there. So we have had situation, and we don't know why the men are like that.
Not the men, some men. Some men, let's be specific.
Like, we don't know. I don't know why the man is like that.
Good.
Or acted the way he acted. But there was nothing, and she said the woman keep putting. The woman keep putting.
I didn't see
until one day output. It was as if there's no future in this marriage, or possibly a man has a different agenda. Before you know what was happening, they packed up the relationship. So there are finance, and then we have seen two aspects right now.
That's true.
That it's possible for the man. You understand?
Yeah.
It's possible for the man to
have
be giving support, and he uses it well.
Yeah.
And it's also possible
for the man
that you give support
and the man
you don't
utilizing
use
it well. So it brings a shaking in the marriage.
So, but then we are looking at the positive aspect, but it's just that in life you have to look at both ways. He said, enhances overall happiness. When one spouse is happy, it often reflects on the other. All right, that is obvious.
That's obvious.
As the career thrives, both are happy, and they stay more positive in their
in their approach,
in their interaction with their partners or their spouses,
with each other.
Everybody wants to see positive
Everybody wants to see prospects.
prospect.
Everybody wants to see success.
Everybody wants to see success.
Everybody wants to see, you achieve.
Everybody wants to see that it's working.
Yeah, yes, definitely, yeah.
Everybody wants to see that these spouse are happy.
Yes, they are
Everybody
making
wants
it.
to see a change.
Everybody wants to identify
Even
with
in
what is happening.
even in the internet, you see that when we see couples that are making it,
Oh, we admire them.
we admire them.
We
Want
want to be
to
like
look
them.
at them.
You say, oh God, thank
Take
God
us
for the
there.
grace that they are enjoying. There's a grace that is available for the couple.
So it takes two to tango. Like I was talking, there's someone that was talking on the net concerning a video I posted, and he says, I don't mind my wife being in TikTok wherever. I don't mind, but let her not cheat on me. And then we can work it together. We have discovered that in the internet world, a lot of
couples
work it together. So
and they are making it.
they are making it. They are succeeding. So what I want to say in the long run is that please everyone do what you can just to make sure that it's working.
So the one thing I want to also add again, that make sure both of you, as you are in the relationship, put your energy, like we'll try to bring a balance right now. Supporting your spouse is not only financially, but more morally or otherwise. You understand what I mean? So both of you should be sure of whatever venture each of the partner is going into, so that you don't waste resources. Because like you said, my heart sank when that woman came to discover that the man is not putting the money where it's supposed to be. She can't see tangible growth. You see,
she can't put in.
So
in fact, I have two friends like that.
You see,
who have experienced that.
It's mind blowing. The woman will say, all my money, my sweat,
my effort.
Yeah. So where's the family going? You see, it's demoralizing. It's disheartening. It's mind broken and everything. So we should be careful. When we're marrying, we should be sure of what we are marrying.
Well, the truth, like I always say, truth be truth. Please come up with your own contribution on this topic of discourse. And I want to say God bless you as you do so.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See, the truth remains that you cannot just say, be sure of what you are marrying. You're just meeting the person, maybe 1 year, 2 years. Some persons can pretend. If I will talk about it as a topic, some persons can pretend and you will not even know who they are. God will ask for better network.
Yes, Lord.
You will not even know who they are, the length of time they are relating. So we tell people, do not measure on, trying to say the person you should know. You might not know. That's why some people that are married even 5 years, they don't even know their couple, especially when it has to do with families or couples that run off immediately to go get, go to work, and then come back at night. Your food is served. In the morning, you are up again. You are trying to run off. And because it's your wife, you feel it's your responsibility. You give her money for feeding, either without once in a week or whatever where you've agreed to be giving the feeding money. So you might not know the person totally. All right? So when you're just marrying someone or you're courting, about to get married, even when you just get married, you don't know the person. You're still trying to understand who the person is. So I think it's not right to say know who you are marrying. To some extent, you might know a little aspect of
That's
them.
what we're saying, to some extent. Because the marriage, as it unfolds, you don't know the totality of who you're marrying. But as you go through the years,
please like the life. Thank you.
Things begin to unfold about each other, because the whole essence of why we are married is to make ourselves better. Remember, nobody's perfect.
That's true.
God never created any perfect human being. You married me because why? You want to help me to become better for God. And I married you because I want to make you better for God. We are all going to present ourselves, our couples, to God. A church without what? Spot, wrinkle,
blemish or wrinkle.
And blemish. So that is the whole thing. So knowing each other is a process.
It's a process, so you cannot know your spouse completely as you just marry. It's a gradual thing. But before marriage, keep discussing your career.
And keep also praying.
Find out if it's what you can support. You can't go and marry somebody that's an armed robber and you want to say you want to support the person, except if you're an armed robber yourself. So try to know, is it what you can support?
Yeah, that's true.
Is it what we continue to support? Because marriage is not where we
It's
have
not a
come to
child's play.
play games.
At all.
No, marriage is where
We are
we have
serious.
come to,
To lay foundations
Add
for
up.
the next generation.
yeah, to make the person's concern better.
Yeah.
All right. It promotes a great positive work environment.
Yeah.
But either the person is going out or in. When the person thinks about, I have a spouse that understands what I'm doing and encourages, this person want to,
You boost. There's a boost. It gives you that boost
want
to go
to
on
do
more.
all right?
You're
The supportive
encouraged.
partner provide better. The supportive partner provide better,
It does better.
safe and comfortable space to share ideas for the other.
Yeah.
Let me just read what I have. The supportive partner provides better, safer, and more comfortable space
For the other.
for the other to share ideas. All right?
For also to succeed.
Seek advice and celebrate the success of others. All right? The supportive partner provide better, safer, and comfortable, conducive,
That's the
comfortable
word. Conducive.
space. All right? Conducive.
Where both can find expression.
Conducive, comfortable to share ideas. It's share ideas.
Yeah.
Seek advice and celebrate the success of the other.
That's true.
The ripple effects from the above leads to further better performance and job satisfaction.
Yeah.
The ripple effect,
Because
you
it's-
understand, when the supportive partner, help in providing safer, more conducive space to share ideas,
Yeah.
and it brings about, accepting advice that any could give,
Give
and
in the long run
overall success
of the home.
for the home. Please like the live, please. Thank you. And the ripple effect from the above, you understand, leads to further performance and job satisfaction. Please,
Yeah, that's true.
as much as you can, support your spouse
To make it.
to be better
Yeah.
version of themselves. Reduction of stress.
That's the whole essence of marriage. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's the whole essence of marriage anyway.
There's some people I don't care what the other is doing.
No.
And then some men look at it as though they are already tied into this
Marriage.
whole
Thing
called marriage.
Yeah.
And all they do is that they try to manage. And I want to encourage either spouse, please don't allow for this kind of atmosphere, because it can make the woman or the man easily become prey to anyone out there that will be open up their arms,
And for the loving embrace.
a kind of open up their arms to tell
the
them
man
you are doing better.
Yeah.
How come he's not encouraging you? How come she's not encouraging you?
That's true.
And before you know it, you begin to say your spouse have cheated on you. They might not be having anything causing, but of course, when opposite sex, begin to have that liking
Compliments.
to be around
Them.
the other, or having this one complimenting the other, you discover that it becomes a
problem.
a danger, because one will soon fall for the other.
Yeah.
Humans are wired.
They're frail.
The chemistry of the body works like that.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
let's not deceive ourselves.
And let's not make the atmosphere whereby one will be open to danger outside.
Yeah, do not give room.
Don't give room.
Do not give room for your spouse to fall,
Prey.
to the open arms of some seduction,
seduction.
from the outside environment, because you are not given. Please welcome Light the Life. I appreciate, support what we are doing.
Women out there.
Support what we are doing. If you like what you are doing, you can send us a super thanks or super chat. Someone said, what is it all about? You just see your money. So just say, I encourage what these couples are doing. We have been doing it over many years, trying to encourage marriages, trying to let people know that they can make it.
Their marriages
trying to
can
make
work.
Individuals know that they can come up better. All right, so we will appreciate your supporting us to go
By
on.
super
That
chatting
is
us.
like the work we do on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You have your work that you go out to do,
Yeah.
fulfilling. This is where we find ourselves
That's
every
where we
day.
find expression.
We are trusting God for it to pay someday.
Yes, definitely.
And then
we're laying foundations.
we keep being better.
Yes,
Correct.
every day.
Number 5 says reduction of stress. The beauty of having someone to lean on during challenging time has a way of reducing stress on the pressing concern.
Yeah.
It has a way of reducing stress. Now, can you put a more balance to it?
No, well, it has a way of releasing stress because you see, when a man is not fulfilled, it shows.
Yeah.
So, like you used to say,
a woman is not even fulfilled. She becomes nagging.
She becomes
and
weary.
Wow.
And it affects the whole
everything
environment in the home.
Yeah.
So, you see, whatever you are playing out as a man or a woman has a way of having a ripple effect. If the family is buoyant, everything is going well, it shows. So if the family is not doing well, everybody is just quashoic.
Welcome,
in their mannerism, in their aspect of life and everything, it shows.
It shows.
So whatever you bring out there has a way of affecting.
Yeah.
And so we must be mindful of that and be careful of what we bring out.
Yeah. And then you are in assignment in the life of of each other.
Yes.
You are on assignment in
the
life of each other. So do as much as possible, do all you can just to see that your couple, someone said, is happy. I had an interview with someone, a doctor, and he says to me, my wife just makes me the environment welcoming for me. She's sweet. He said she's just a perfect mate. And I began to ask, are they a perfect mate? But he said she is. Because she understands the man and she gives him
what
that,
he wants
she gives him that environment. She gives him that strength. We are there not to compete.
We're there to complement.
We are there to
complement
help the other.
That's it.
Be more comfortable. Marriage is not competition.
At all.
Marriage is not contract.
It's complementary.
I mean, you can do a contract marriage. I was watching a movie recently where the woman, they are rich, the parents of the guy are rich, and they wanted to get something, so they did a contract marriage. The woman is aware. So on the wedding day, they've not even seen themselves before, but because the lady was wearing a wedding dress, they said they want to impress their enemy or the people they want to prove to that the guy is married, so they can give him the contract and others. So they just arranged it, and then he now says, of course, like the wife, they would definitely go for honeymoon. And now says to him, the guy just came, hello, so we're meeting for the first time. I guess you're the bride. She now swear. How people can toy with this thing called marriage?
Yes, sir.
Then she now said, she now know that, yep, you know, they just know that. He said, well, after this, we're just going to, you know, we are not in agreement with this, but we want to please these people. Say, let us comply by the rules. You go your way, I go my, you do your own thing, I do my own thing. They were just giving the rules and regulation on how it will happen. And then suddenly, wow, after the marriage, they had to go for honeymoon because they had to act everything perfectly so that nobody will assume that they never knew themselves. And they're like, woo, the time they spent, they are going on 6 months honeymoon or whatever, they are rich or whatever. So, but then along the line, the man now saw that this woman is sweet. And then the family are like, we are not getting what we said it should be. What's all this? And they start treating the girl badly. Today, everybody were all surprised. This man was now fighting for this woman. That is the arranged husband was now fighting. And before I know it, real love has come. And the people that arranged, the woman was like, no, you are not fit, my son. No, no, it's not supposed to be. That's not the arrangement. That's not the agreement. Welcome, we appreciate her being there. She was yelling and fighting this lady. And the man said, stop. Now it has gone like this. We are in love. There's nothing anyone can do.
What God has put together.
Their plan has now failed. And we thank God that it did, really.
Because God came in.
Yeah, God came in and there was
knitted their hearts
possibly there's a kind of intervention, and then that's just it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So you could just arrange your own thing, and then God is arranging his own thing. And what we are saying in the long run is, let it be a situation whereby everyone is pleased for what they are getting.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, sweetness all the way. Sweetness all the way is what everyone want to see. All right, let's talk on. We are going to talk about, he said significant reduction. It brings about significant reduction of stress and anxiety associated with career changes or setbacks. Because any career can actually change. There could be a setback. You understand? There could be a setback. We have had situations whereby companies folded. All right, companies folded, and it affects everything in general. All right, create a sense of shared accomplishment. He said helping up your spouse. My husband here said that support should not. It's okay. Define it well. Help it. It's also a support,
financially or morally.
In Africa, you look at support as though you are giving money. But then that's not all about it.
That's not about it.
When you are giving support in the sense that you are there, that's what for the
your presence could be support.
A stressed out
spouse. Yes, that's it.
It's what we're talking about. It says it has a way of creating a sense of shared accomplishment. Yeah, I used to say, I remember when we started YouTube, honestly, we were posting back to back.
Yeah.
And then somehow I got to the point of monetization, and then my husband would say, always remind me, remember when I was there for you looking for videos? Remember when I'm there? I was really happy because then I was not even feeling well, and I needed to perform my task seriously, with all seriousness, to be able to get to the point that I got to
monetized.
Yeah. So he will always remind me, and it's true. They supported me well.
They were there.
He created a happier environment. Him and my little baby girl. So that's what he's trying to say here.
Yeah.
He said create a sense of accomplishment. Supporting your spouse's career is a way of contributing to their success.
Success, that's true.
This shared achievement can deepen the bond.
Yeah.
Spouses and bond between spouses can deepen the bond. All right, can you throw light on that?
No, I think you have just said it anyway. Well, we are not trying to streamline support in just financially alone, like you just said. Support comes in diverse ways. Maybe in putting your hands in making sure, the atmosphere is conducive for your spouse. There's some spouse that, like we said, they come back from work, the atmosphere is not conducive. The place at work is not conducive. So when they come back home, it's like nowhere to put your head. You understand what I mean? So it's not conducive. But even when the place of work is toxic, when the house is conducive enough, a woman is always encouraging, honey, don't worry, this issue in the office will soon pass over.
To be a thing of the past.
We'll be laughing over it. You will soon get back to the normal way work used to be. You see, it makes the man relax. So that's what we also see as support. And the support is not just the financial aspect. You have talked about it so much. If you have the finances also, the man needs the money. Let it be a man that knows what he wants and he knows what he's doing. You can give money. We've seen some families whereby the woman is the beneficiary financially, and she has the money, but the man does not have. So you help each other because you are building a home. You are building a home that is going somewhere. So we all at times cannot be given the finances. And in everything in a marriage, finances, it's uppermost to help to drive, because in everything we do, we need finances to push ahead. So what we are saying is that support in all these ways. Your husband could be doing the career, and you feel there's any way when you come home, you help him to do some things like she just explained right now. At that time when you were about to monetize, we were there, we were up and doing.
Thank you for the like. I appreciate it.
To make sure that at least you get to the threshold, which you did. Yeah. So, and when you get to the threshold, you became successful, you were excited.
It was the joy of everybody.
Yes, that is it. It was the joy of everybody, because why? We all saw the result of what we were all
worked for.
That is the word. So when you support your spouse, when your spouse came victoriously, the victory of that your spouse is not
It's
the
for
victory.
everybody.
It's for the whole family.
The success is for everybody,
That's what we're
not
talking
for
about.
one
Not for one
person.
person.
All right. So truly, if you don't look into what your spouse is doing and find a way of rendering support,
Yeah.
I have seen conducive office where when you go there, some person is always willing to help
the other
to achieve their goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Some person is always willing to stand for the person if it's not appearing.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
To make the work go easy.
To make the work go in and easier. So when they know that they have someone that will always support them to get the job done in the office, and then they have spouse that they share the same bed with, they share the same house with, they eat in the same plate with, not showing any interest in what they are doing. Don't you think
dangerous?
There is danger?
Yeah.
And that's more reason why a lot, especially the men, are vulnerable into falling into the hands of ladies in their place of work.
Yes, definitely.
If you help the man, a lady helps the man often in the office, the next thing you want to hear is like, let's go out for lunch.
Definitely. From there, one thing will lead to the other.
Let's go out for lunch. Then the girl will say, okay, she's beginning to know the guy very well. She too will be like, okay, what can I do? You know, to help this man.
Yeah.
And then sometimes don't worry, I brought food for you. Like someone, before you know it, the man begins to lose interest in the wife. So we said the shared achievement can deepen the bond. So what we are now seeing is that there is a share of help coming from outside,
which is
and
dangerous.
it has a way of deepening the bond between the people out there. And so instead of creating the sense of mutual pride for each other, it's happening out there. Congratulations, we made it. Hey, we made it. And by the time they now get closer, before I know it, there's a chemistry has been,
ignited.
And then they fall. Always help your spouse when you can, because a loving couple should be not rooting for each other to do well.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean of rooting? I like the word. It's say a loving couple should be rooting. It should be going down.
They're rooted and grounded.
The more the root gets down, the stronger the bond.
Yeah, that is it.
You are rooted strongly.
Every aspect.
You are grounded strongly. So you should be rooting for each other in life. And if you don't want to go to work, you understand where your spouse goes to. No, that's a different thing I was trying to put here. You don't have to, what I'm trying to say, you don't have to work in the same place
at all,
but at least show some interest
in
on
what
the
concern
of the other. And I want to assure you that you will not regret it.
Definitely.
All right. Do your best to keep your home working. Aside from that, if you see that this should be done or is expected to happen for joy to be seen in the home, please do it. We are not children
at all.
Some people, which is one of the things I do not like most, why you keep repeating things that you know will not add to the family.
Will not add value.
Will not add. You keep doing things that you know this will not add. Why keep doing it? You know this is not adding at all. Why are you doing it? Do what works. And I tell you, you get the results. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Please let us know what part of the world that you are connecting with us.
2 likes.
Thank you. Please like it some more, and don't forget to subscribe.
Tell us what part of the world. Give us all right, what part of the world you are coming from.
Okay, let us know what part of the world. And if you have a contribute concerning the topic of discussion, do well to do so. And then, of course, we appreciate all your efforts And then we appreciate the fact that we are friends. We want to know the people that are subscribing to us. In fact, I appreciate them for getting to 6,000 subscribers gradually.
Right,
And I want, that means when I come online, I should be able to get 6,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we are growing there
Definitely.
by the grace of God, and trusting God for a miracle and better network so that we can even have more people subscribing. Always help your spouse when you can, because 11 couples should be rooting for rooting each other to do well, pushing each other. And if you don't go, if you don't know what to do, please ask for help, or even ask your spouse how we can. And we have, how can I help? Well, I've had a toxic situation that I once cancelled, and the person is saying, is she a baby? Why must I tell her what to do? Can't she use her head to know what to do? No, don't assume. That's one of the topics
everybody knows it.
That's one of the topics we are treating later today or tomorrow. Do not assume that the person know it.
Age has nothing to do with this.
Do not assume. I remember in those days, the man got married and he brought to our senior pastor then and said, do you know that my wife cannot fry egg? Do you know she cannot even cook white rice? White rice. The man said he's so disappointed. Oh, before you didn't, these are the things that you should encourage her to learn. Everything is learned, except if she's lazy. And so she always wants them to go out and eat and blah, 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 until you notice that was it. She has money, and so most of the time she'll buy some of the things that they need. Food. You order for food and others. But for how long will you keep ordering for food when you can? In marriage, you cannot be ordering for food.
At all. You have to be practical.
Out as much as you can once in a while, because you don't want your spouse to stress in the kitchen. But if it's possible,
it's necessary to enjoy that life of
enjoy
communion, of
cooking
putting things together, and
in the home.
Everybody bringing their own aspects
to see
to
that
make it better. So
better.
There's fun. You must enjoy that fun. That's the romance right now. That's the romance.
So like we said earlier, make sure you do your best to keep your home working, making it a joyful
place, a joyful heaven.
Yeah, for your working spouse to come. Make your home. If you are the one, like yesterday we were talking, or 2 days ago, if you are the one that go out, please make sure the environment is conducive for the one that went out to come into. Let it be a conducive atmosphere, a joyful atmosphere.
At all time.
When they come back home, they are happy.
They are happy.
They
are made to the embrace of the other.
Yeah. So you can imagine he goes out or she goes out, and then you are at home based on your agreement, and everywhere is everywhere is not a place that you want to come back to. It's not so sweet. And then, all right, a joy. He said, make it a joyful one for him to come back and meet a conducive and blissful atmosphere. All right, so I want to show this. Really, how are you being supported? And if you are not married, you're still single, welcome. Please like the Life Appreciator being there. Support what Chris and Tina are doing. We happen to have pastored over time, counseled people over time, and our interest to see that people get to the fullness of the beauty. I don't know,
beauty in the home.
The capacity, not just the home. Right now, I redefine it. If individually you're not doing well, you can't give anything in the home.
That's true.
So we bring strong, what is it called? Capacity in individual. Bring out the best in individual. And we've seen it reflecting now or later as they settle in marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So we are saying that everything is achievable if people put their minds
and their heads together to work it.
So let us know in the comment section, how best that you feel couples should come in helping each other to be better version
of themselves.
Thank you, and God bless you. I don't know if you have something to emphasize. This is, before you go in there, this is still Heart Talk Zone with Tina Okonji. I'm in TikTok with Heart Talk Zone with Tina Okonji too. Please follow me. I will appreciate it. I'm also in Instagram with Heart Talk Zone with Tina Okonji. Follow me. The same way Facebook, I'm there with
TikTok.
Okonji, Eti Ngozi Okonji. Follow me, and then you will not regret following. Because every day I pass out nuggets that will be helpful for family building. All right.
Yeah.
And so please follow us. He is also having a channel,
Okonji Christopher television
on YouTube. Wow. Follow us.
Follow us. We are all doing.
You will not regret
reaching out to
what
our world.
Saying.
So once again, I just want to encourage couples there. Please make sure you endeavor to encourage your partner in whatever choosing career they are working on. Like we stress it out. I mean, we put a balance. Support. When we say support, it's not just financially alone, but morally, socially, otherwise. Or we're just saying that be there for each other, because while you are building a future,
be there for each other.
It takes two to build.
It takes two to build. You are building something. You are building a future. You are mentoring for the upcoming generation.
You are building something.
Don't think about yourself. If you think about yourself, it's no good. What about the people you have brought? What about the one you have brought into your life?
That's right.
As a friend or as a spouse?
Or children.
What do you want to become of them? So do not think about yourself alone. Think about your
family.
God bless you. See you later.